Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Wahara Chakadash, double honors to apostles who great millstone, and salutations to the elect, which you hope to be. Now, it's your brother Hawaii from GMS Chicago. Got a quick little lesson for you Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, and Israelites who bear the shame of looking like heathens, who spirit bear witness that they are a child of the Heavenly Father. And the name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh, who the world English calls Jehovah God. And the name of the Heavenly Son is Yahweh Shai, who the world English calls Jesus Christ, or Jesus Christos, so Yeshua, Yeshua, Yahweh. Pretty much this lesson is going into, if you're not agreed and stuff, then guess what? You'll have enemies, pretty much, because what's going to happen and stuff, when shit hits the fan, pretty much, a lot of people that you thought that was on your side and stuff, you're gonna find out that they not on your side, and it also goes with brothers that's within the circumcision and stuff, man. You know, yeah, it's gonna be somebody on the line that you thought was a brother and stuff who's actually a dissembler, man. And a dissembler is pretty much someone who's faking it, man. Like like some Luke 20:20, feigning themselves as righteous men when really they weren't. Who had who's in this thing for vainglory, who's in this thing or just to bring down the church, man, or bring out certain members of the church, man. You know, you know, enemies of the church, pretty much. Wolves in sheep's clothing, man. You know, and I'm gonna start off with Amos chapter 3, verse 1. It says, "Hear this word that the Lord Yahweh has spoken against you, O children of Israel." It's against the whole family, which means all 12 tribes. It says, which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, You only have I known of all the families of the earth. So that shows favoritism. You know what I'm saying? Even though the Lord had created different nations, 18 nations in total. You know what I'm saying? The thing is that he chose one to be special unto himself, peculiar and close unto himself, and that's the nation of Israel. It says, "Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities," and that's why we underneath the curses. You know what I'm saying? That Deuteronomy 28 verse 15 through verses 68. You know what I'm saying, all the way through, and then do the numerous of other things and stuff that's within the laws, that's outside the that's not part of the 10 Commandments, but also different laws and stuff that we're breaking till this day because we have went against the Lord. So He's punishing us, right? Verse 3, it says, "Can two walk together except they be agreed?" And what's going to happen is that your people are going to find out that a lot of the ones that they trust or consider associates and stuff, friends, family and stuff, they're not on the same page with you. You know what I'm saying? So guess what that means? That means great betrayal. You know what I'm saying? This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 12. It says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. You know what I'm saying? And also the love of money or security or security or to be secure, what if it's food or protection and whatnot and stuff. A lot of people are going to be for themselves. A lot of people going to be for themselves, man. Playing the role of, it's like, yeah, it's us, you know what I'm saying, we got and whatnot, and it's just us, you know what I'm saying, we can make it through anything, when they other agenda is that it's like, I'm gonna use you until I don't need you no more. You know what I'm saying? Let me see if I can find another one. Right. This is Matthew 24:10. It says, "Then shall many be offended and shall betray one another and shall hate one another." You know what I'm saying? And that's what's gonna happen. The scripture says that the wicked is no, that the righteous is abomination to the wicked, and the wicked is abomination to the righteous. You know what I'm saying? But when it come down to the righteous and stuff, we're not gonna be looking. It's like, yeah, I can't wait to do this nigga in. Or I can't wait to, as soon as his back turned and stuff, I'm gonna stab him. Righteous men are not thinking that way and stuff. But when it come down to the wicked, they are. You know what I'm saying? And even amongst the wicked and stuff, 2/3 of Israel, what I'm saying, the heathens and whatnot. Guess what? They gonna turn on their own, man. These are same guys that been shorting you down, that you had in rotation, where you able, had in rotation and stuff, smoking your weed and whatnot. They came to your crib, you went to their crib and stuff. You know what I'm saying? They had you here and there and stuff. You needed a little money, they had you and stuff. But when things get scarce and stuff, you're gonna see a new side that you never seen before. You know. I'll read verse 12 again. It says, and because iniquity shall abound, and iniquity is pretty much wickedness, it says the condition of without law. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know that the law, statutes, commandments keep everything stable. You know what I'm saying? So for the fact that the Constitution is without the law, you know what I'm saying, or for the fact that it's going to be lawless out here and stuff, you know what I'm saying, guess what's going to happen? And everybody's going to do whatever they want to, man. It says, because ignorant of it. It says, because of violating it. It says, contempt and violation of law, iniquity, wickedness. You know what I'm saying? It says wickedness, iniquity, transgression of the law, unrighteousness. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to increase. It's increasing already, man. Little kids are able to change they sex. You know what I'm saying? Get the surgery and whatnot and stuff, and they can't even buy no liquor. They can't buy no weed. They can't buy no car. They can't buy no house. You know what I'm saying? They can't buy no gun. They can't buy no knife. They can't buy anything. Can't buy no taser and stuff. Can't have a conceal and carry because they're not old enough. But yet, what they can do is change their sex. It's a lot of BS is able to walk more and more when this is society, man. And it says the love of many shall wax cold, meaning that people that once loved you and stuff are not going to love you again, man. Have their own agenda and stuff. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 52. It says, and he shall besiege thee in all thy gates until thy high and fenced walls come down, wherein thou trustest. It says through meaning this is back in 70 AD, you know what I'm saying, during the Roman persecution. It says and it's going to be the same today, because like it says in Ecclesiastes 1:9, it says the things that was then shall be now, roughly paraphrasing. It says wherein thou trustest throughout all thy land. It says, and he shall besiege thee in thy gates throughout all thy land, which the Lord thy power hath given thee. Verse 53, it says, and thou shalt eat the fruit of thy own body. It says, in the flesh of thy sons and of thy daughters. So you're going to have your children and stuff, and they're going to be looking at you. They think they actually get in the bath and whatnot and stuff, or it's like, ooh, I never felt this before, and it's like a jacuzzi. But really, but then you got your mother and the father and stuff, and what are they doing? They chopping onions and carrots in the same pot that you in, and they crying and stuff, or they got a certain look that you ain't never seen them, and you sensing that something is wrong, but you just don't know what it is. They about to eat you, man. It says, and thou shalt eat the fruit of thy own body, meaning your children. It says, the flesh of thy sons and of thy daughters, which the Lord thy power hath given thee, in the siege and in the straightness wherewith thy enemies shall distress thee. And that's what's going to happen, man. These different quarantines, people are going to go crazy. What they want you to they want people to sell, people are going to try to self quarantine themselves, but it's not going to work. A lot of people are claustrophobic, however you say it and stuff, where they can't stay in small areas for too long. You know what I'm saying? They want to have to go out in something that's wide and stuff. A lot of people are going to go nuts out here, man. It's going to be like the purge. You know what I'm saying? And part of that purge is that it's not going to be any food, and people's morale is going to decrease. You know what I'm saying? People are going to try to do all that they can and stuff, just to save they little, save their food and whatnot and stuff, trying to use whatever resources that they can just so they can still eat, you know. And then it's gonna go down where it's like, they ain't gonna go after the children and stuff, but they gonna go after the dog. They gonna start eating animals that they usually wouldn't eat. You know what I'm saying? And then when that's over with and gone and stuff, guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna go for the next thing that's helpless. You know what I'm saying? Or doesn't pick up, doesn't bring up that big of a fight. And what is that? That's gonna be your children. You know. It says which it's verse 54. It says, so that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil towards his brother. And the thing is that that's already happening. That's why you got the Mexicans always hating the black people and stuff, and black people hating the Mexicans, and Native American Indians hating Mexicans and black people. And all, it's like a little triangle and stuff. You got the Dominicans. They don't like the Mexicans. They don't like the blacks. They don't like the Jamaicans. You got the Argentinians and stuff. Everybody, all the tribes are hating one another and stuff. But also, what I'm saying, if you do have family and stuff, guess what? Is I gonna be evil towards his brother and stuff? And guess what? They're gonna be looking. It's like, how can I get over him? You know what I'm saying? And let somebody do a little bit better than you and stuff. Guess what's gonna happen? It's gonna be it's gonna be innumerous amounts of greed. You know what I'm saying? Out here, man. It says his eye shall be evil towards his brother and toward the wife of his bosom, meaning that, hey, it's already family feuds. You know what I'm saying? You got the woman, she always trying to find some type of way for a man to be locked up, whatnot. But when hell breaks loose and stuff, guess what's gonna happen? It's gonna be real messed up for you women and stuff, because you ain't gonna be able to call the police. You mess around and call the police and stuff, and then next they taking you in some dark alley and stuff to do things to you and stuff. It says it says his eye shall be evil towards his brother and toward the wife of his bosom and toward the remnant of his children which he shall leave. It says, so that he will not give to any of them of the flesh of his children whom he shall eat. It says, because he have nothing left him in the seed. So it's gonna, people gonna be eating the kids, man. 2 Kings, the 6th chapter, starting verse 24 on down, it goes into how it was two women and they bargained to eat each other's children. You know what I'm saying? But one child was eaten. You know what I'm saying? And then the other the other part of the party of the agreement, the other woman and stuff, what did she do? She hid her child and she ran away. So that means that people are going to get duped. It says verse 55 again. It says so that he will not give to any of them of the flesh of his children whom he shall eat. It says, because he have nothing left in the siege and in the straitness wherewith thine enemies shall distress thee in all thy gates. It says, the tender and delicate woman among you, which would not venture to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness. It says, in tenderness her eye shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom. Our women already hate their own, man. They'd rather strengthen up their enemies and stuff instead of strengthening up their actual nation. So within that day and stuff, like when it came down to I think her name was Delilah, Samson's wife. You know what I'm saying? She was getting paid just to find out the strength of Samson, just so the Philistines can take him down. And it's going to be a lot of women like that. When it come down to the different agents and whatnot that come up to the camps just to look for the wink link to try to mess with us and stuff, or try to get everybody roused up so they can get them carnal. Hey, guess what? It's going to be a lot of women and stuff that's actually being paid off. You know what I'm saying? Because they know it's a man of the Lord in their family. What if it's your husband or your son? You know what I'm saying? Or somebody that actually believe in stuff. They're going to get paid off. You know what I'm saying? Just to find a way to get you to fall. or try to hinder the word, man. You know, it says it says verse 56, the tender and delicate woman among you which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eye shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter. It says, and toward her young one that cometh out from between her feet, and toward her children which she shall bear, for she shall eat them for one of all things secretly in the siege and straightness, wherewith thy enemy shall distress thee in thy gates. You know, and you got a lot of these movies and different not cartoons, but different TV shows and stuff that's coming out where it's like the woman's being empowered, she's taking control and stuff. When stuff hits the fan and stuff, these women are not going to be like that and stuff, because women are fickle. Fickle goes into the seafood. You know what I'm saying? These women will sell you out, man. You know, if the Lord put the spirit upon a woman and stuff not to do that and stuff, like the seven Maccabees brothers and stuff, you know what I'm saying, and their mother and stuff, you know, to stay faithful into the end. There's a lot of women and stuff that's not gonna do that, man. You know, and for brothers that when it comes down to Isaiah 4:1 and stuff, it's like, yeah, it's gonna be a lot of poontang, a lot of toto and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is that a lot of those women gonna be agents. You know what I'm saying? Esau's gonna be all in their ears like he's the man of the Lord and stuff. You know, trying to get him to do this and do that and stuff, so we can come snatch him up. You know what I'm saying? You know, do this and do that and stuff, so we could find some type of way to get him snatched up and whatnot. You know, get him locked up, whatever and stuff. And these women already on that. You know, our women are natural born enemies, so they own men, they own husbands, they own nation. You know, and they don't care, because women care about being comfortable and stuff. So whatever comes with that comfortability, they will do it. You know what I'm saying? You know. And also the Isaiah 4:1 is going to be a great temptation. It can cause you to be complacent and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Where have you fall out of the truth, which you don't want, especially during that time. You know. Yeah, you know. This is Isaiah 9:20. Verse 17. Isaiah 9:17. It says, therefore the Lord shall have no joy in their young men. It says, neither shall have mercy on their fatherless and widows, for everyone is a hypocrite and an evildoer. It says, in every mouth speaketh folly, for all folly means foolishness. For all this his anger is not turned away, but his hand is stretched out still, meaning that the Lord is still giving a chance for his people to come back and return and repent unto him. Verse 18, it says, for wickedness burneth as the fire. And what happens when fire got nothing but fuel and stuff? It keeps burning. So that means that wickedness is continuing. It says, it shall devour the briars and the thorns, and shall kindle it in the thickets of the forest, and they shall mount up like the lifting up of smoke. It says, through the wrath of the Lord of hosts is the land darkened. It says, and the people shall be as fuel of the fire. It says, no man shall spare his brother. So people gonna be killing, you know. People are gonna be killing. Like it was a while back, maybe 2 or 3 years, where down in Las Vegas, pretty much what happened was, or in Nevada, but I think it was Las Vegas, that a lot of places, a lot of stores was short on supplies, and it was people that was putting other people to death just so they can get those supplies. You know what I'm saying? Imagine it, you know, it ain't nothing on the shelves and stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's a good three, four people and stuff, you know, and they all not related or are in a group or in any type of agreements with each other and stuff. And what do? They see that last pack of cheese in the fridge and stuff. Guess what you think they gonna do? They gonna fight tooth and nail for that cheese, man, because they don't got nothing else back at the house. You know. It says and it says his brother, meaning family as well, man. Family already family. You'll have family members and stuff, and they'll do you in. They'll smile in your face, but itching to get you whacked, man. You know, yeah, hoping you get jumped, hoping you get robbed, hoping something bad happens to you and stuff. You know. It says, verse 20. It says, and he shall snatch on the right hand and be hungry, and he shall eat on the left hand, and they shall not be satisfied. They shall eat every man the flesh of his own arm. And this is going to be this going to be part of the destruction, man, that's going to be out here, man, of the cannibalism. You don't get, ain't got no food no more. It ain't nothing to eat. You know what I'm saying? Nothing to pick off the trees because everything's dead, and nobody around you and stuff. Guess what? You're going to start eating yourself. And this is going to be the destruction during this time, But Salakia, this is 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 24. It says, in that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies. It says, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein, So friends are gonna fight like enemies, man. The dude that you've been passing the blunt to all this time, all these years and stuff, he knows where your stash is and stuff, and he gonna want it for himself. So you gonna turn your back and whatnot, and the next he gonna smack you in the back of your head with something. You gonna fall out, and he gonna take your things, man. Probably smashed your girl all this time. He been wanting to smash your girl. Now he got the chance because she's defenseless and you on the ground bleeding, leaking, and have no choice but to look at him smash your girl, man. It says the springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. Meaning that all the running water and stuff, when it come down to the tub, your faucets and whatnot, ain't nothing finna be working, man. Meaning it ain't because it's controlled by the dam, but the dam is also controlled by electronic grid. And if outside country and stuff hit America with an EMP, ain't nothing finna pump water into your houses, man. And guess what? That's gonna cause. It's gonna cause other people to be like, hey, can people try to stay a little civilized and stuff and be like, can we share, band together, you know what I'm saying? But then when you got one family that's scarce, they gonna be supplanting, and if they can't supplant and stuff, they gonna take it by force, and they don't care who you is and stuff. Why? Because they thirsty, This is 2nd Ezra chapter 5. Verse 1, it says, nevertheless, as coming the tokens, behold, meaning the prophecies, it says, the days shall come that they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in great number. It says, in the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. And the scripture says that people are going to be going, through and fro in the earth, seeking the man of the Lord. And it says in Proverbs 22:3 that a man, a wise, prudent man would see forth the evil and stuff and hide himself. And it also says that when it came down to Jeremiah in I think the 15th chapter, just in case you do come towards man of the Lord, if the Lord put the Spirit upon him and stuff, not to tell you anything and stuff, you what it say? It says such as some are to death, captivity to captivity, famine to famine, and to the sword, man. And what's the modern day sword? The gun, and that's gonna be your judgment. That's all you gonna hear, it ain't finna be no guidance. That's why it's gonna be barren of faith. Verse 2, it says, but iniquity shall be increased above that which now thou seest, or that thou hast heard long ago. So it's gonna get worse out here. The betrayal is gonna be on so many different levels. You know what I'm saying? I'll just get to verse 8, it says, there shall be a confusion also in many places, because people are going to be like, what's going on? You know, because your governments and whatnot, your higher ups and stuff, they're not actually putting on mainstream news and stuff, you know, about things that's actually going on. They're not putting the seriousness of what's going on. What they're doing is increasing the entertainment and stuff just so they won't cause civil unrest within the hometown and the homelands, you know. Uh, which is going to happen anyways and stuff. It says, and the fire shall be often sent out again. It says, and the wild beasts shall change their places, you know, because hey, you know, the food is actually scarce. You know, you got a lot of animals that's dying and stuff, and that's causing a lot of predators to come within the cities, you know. And then when they actually devour all the small animals and stuff, and they hungry, guess what? They're gonna get desperate and they're gonna look for new meat, you know. You might sit up here and try to defend yourself against a certain wild animal and stuff, and it tasted new flesh for the first time, and it's like, you know what, I could eat this, and then they gonna start taking people, man. You know, hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, when it comes down to a bald eagle and stuff, it will snatch up a baby, man. It will snatch up a baby. It's strong enough to snatch up a baby, even if it can walk, or a toddler. You know what I'm saying? You know, and they will eat you. You know, it says, and menstruous women shall bring forth monsters. And you got little kids and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You step on their shoes, they'll kill you. You know what I'm saying? You know, you accidentally, you know, brush against them and stuff. Like, say if you in a hurry and stuff, and you didn't even get a chance to say sorry and stuff, they'll kill you. If you got some shoes and stuff that they want, they'll kill you for it. You got these men and women and stuff that hold you up at gunpoint and stuff for a fucking chicken sandwich, man, from Popeyes. That are getting fights and stuff with the staff because the staff ran out of chicken because everybody was ordering the same sandwich for so long. And the people in their minds and stuff, it's like they feel like they getting duped and stuff, and it's a situation where it's out of people's hands, out of the employees' hands and stuff, and they ready to fight the employees. It says, verse 9, it says, and salt water shall be found in sweet. It says, and all friends shall destroy one another. You know, every friend's gonna destroy you in there. So your best friend, best friend, you know, you women that be calling each other hoes and bitches, you know what I'm saying? They gonna be hoes and bitches. And guess what they gonna do? They gonna be exact that. You know what I'm saying? And what are they gonna do? They gonna use you. You know what I'm saying? They gonna take advantage and stuff. They gonna do you in. You know. This is my last scripture. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, starting at verse 14. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. It says, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. It says, and one people shall stand up and fight against another. And this is going to be the race wars. You know what I'm saying? Since like the scripture says that his eye shall be evil towards his brother, it's going to be Mexicans against blacks. It's going to be blacks against Mexicans. It's going to be Native Americans against blacks and Mexicans, Caucasians against, everybody's it's going to be one big war out here. You know what I'm saying? You know, and just to not get it twisted and stuff, guess what? There's so-called Negroes that hate Negroes. You got so-called Mexicans that hate Mexicans. You got so-called Puerto Ricans that hate Puerto Ricans. You know what I'm saying? You know, and guess what? It's gonna be a division. You know, it's gonna be a gigantic. It's gonna be crazy out here. You know, and it says verse 15 again, it says, the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. When it comes down to a lot of these Caucasians, they bought up a lot of the ammunition and the guns, man, and they expecting to use those guns, man. you know. And a lot of them Edomites and them East Indians and those Moabites and Ammonites and stuff, the Chinese, Japanese, Mongolians and stuff, you know, they hate niggas, you know, and they know that a lot of you Mexicans are niggas. You know, and guess what's gonna happen? They train themselves to shoot you all down. You want to befriend the heat and stuff. Hey, the heat are gonna show you that they was never friends with you. You know, Revelations 12:12. For you know that he have a shorter. For the devil shall come upon you with great wrath, because he know that he has but a shorter time. Talking about these Edomites, man. You know, a lot of these Edomites take jobs in the force and stuff because their perpetual hatred against Jake is to put you to death. You know, and you gonna lean upon that and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because you think it's power in it, but they gonna do you wrong. That's why you got these movies like Queen and Slim about the police brutality and stuff. Because a lot of that's finna come back. You know what I'm saying? And if you can't call the police, you know what I'm saying, or police come in and you think that everything's all good and stuff, but then they looking at your girl and they shoot your man to death and whatnot and stuff, and then they ripping the clothes off your girl and stuff. Hey, all that's coming back. They showing you in the movies exactly how it's gonna be. Just because he got a badge don't mean that he a good person. Or just because she got a badge don't mean she a good person. A lot of these people in the force and stuff, they gangbangers. You know. It says verse 16. It says, for there shall be sedition among men and evading one another. Sedition meaning rebellion. You know what I'm saying? People gonna be rebellious against each other and stuff. Once a disagreement come and stuff, it's gonna be great bloodshed being thought upon. It says they shall not regard their kings nor princes, meaning that a lot of these people and stuff now, when it comes down to you police officers, guess what? If the Lord has it out for you to be destroyed, it don't matter how much armor you got on. It don't matter how many guns you have. You know what I'm saying? Because even within these video games, it shows that regular civilians are going to overtake people that's in the army and people that's in the force. You know what I'm saying? You know, so you're not safe. You know, because guess what? Ammunition runs out. You know. You know. Yeah, you can get overcrowded with numbers. You know, if the Lord ain't with you and stuff, then guess what? It's over with. It says, they shall not regard their kings nor princes. You know what I'm saying? And you seeing all across the world how all these different countries and stuff, and these people and the civilians, they coming against the military, they coming against the police, they coming against the mayors and the presidents and stuff. You know, and they angry and stuff, and their power is. You know, it says in the course of their actions stand in their power and stuff, and these people are ready to get carnal because all they learn and everything that was showed and advertised and stuff is just it's like to get carnal when things are not going their way. You know, it says a man shall verse 17, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. See. You know, and this is gonna cause a lot of people mad. What you mean I can't go can't do this? What you mean I can't get on a plane, man? I got a daughter, or I got this, and you're saying, or my family needs me and stuff, and they telling you no. Guess what? You gonna be thinking to if it's like, if it ain't no regular way to escape or to get to where you need to and stuff, you're gonna come against the authorities. You know. And they got that prepared. That's why they got riot shields. That's why they got that's why these military heavily that's why the police officers are heavily militarized. You know what I'm saying? Just in case something goes down like this, man. You know. It says I'm gonna skip to verse 19. Actually, I keep reading verse 18. It says, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. You know what I'm saying? Because when you prideful, you think everything all good. Our people are prideful right now and stuff. They think that that America alone is going to destroy all these other nations and stuff. No, that's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? All these other nations and stuff going to destroy America. That's what's going to happen. And it says, You know, it says, "And the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid." It's just and for all you guys and stuff that like to sag your pants and stuff, you got your different tattoos and whatnot, you swole and whatnot, you tote guns and stuff. Hey, guess what? You gonna be like a woman in travail, man. You know what I'm saying? Like how her labor pains just come out of nowhere and it hurt. That's how your fear is gonna come. You know what I'm saying? You niggas with dreads and whatnot, thinking you real cool and whatnot, you gonna be scared. You gonna be scared out here and stuff because the Lord ain't building you up to not be scared. I mean, he ain't building you up and stuff to maintain, to be stable and stuff. You know what I'm saying? When things break loose and stuff, because guess what? Not only would you have to worry about these people and stuff, you also got to worry about the demons that's going to be out here, strange operations and stuff, paranoid activity and stuff. A lot of you guys out here that think that you got it, you well up there, or the normal average Joe. If you had a couple of chairs and stuff, you know what I'm saying, get the moving in front of you, you can't escape, and everywhere you turn, you had a desk flying at you and stuff, and there's nobody in the room except for you, you will lose your motherfucking mind. You'll lose your mind if you wake up in the morning and stuff and it feels like something pinning you down and ain't nothing in front of you. You know what I'm saying? That's what's finna come to this place, man. You know? You got a 4-year-old, 5-year-old and stuff, and they sleep or their eyes look funny and stuff, and they pushing you back and you hitting the wall where you cracking it and stuff, man. You gonna lose your mind. None of you all prepared for this, man. 2/3 of Israel are not prepared for what's finna come, man. And it might seem like a joke until it actually happens, because we finna see some horrific stuff, man. You're gonna see people getting shot down and stuff that's not shot down, they gonna rise back up. They're gonna get shot so many times, shot in the face, and they still alive. You're gonna see what's that movie what's the movie? I think the movie is called It's Not It. You're gonna see stuff like that, You're gonna see stuff like that, but it's another movie, man. The movie where the guy had different personalities and stuff, and the last one that all the personalities worship was the Beast, and what he was able to do, he was able to climb up walls and run up walls. You know what I'm saying? He was, he'll get shot and would disfigure his body where it didn't hurt him and stuff. You're gonna see stuff like that, man. But it's going to be left-handed and it's going to be demonic. It's not going to be spiritual powers, man. And you're going to be out your mind. The scripture says that that it's going to be so dark that you can't see your hands in front of your face. It's going to that it's going to be fire that just get lit. You know what I'm saying? And the flame, you got your lighter and you got a little fluid and stuff, but it's not your lighter and stuff. So you wondering where this flame come from, Imagine you're sitting somewhere and stuff and you hear screeches, but it doesn't sound like no human or no animal that that would be in the zoo. You know what I'm saying? Newly created beasts. Hey, guess what? The Lord got that. Who instincts are more keen than these dogs out here, man. Hearing the sound of running water and scaring you and stuff, man. Hearing something from a distance get closer and closer, you know what I'm saying, and it sounds very, very heavy, and it's moving fast. That's gonna scare you, man. People think this is a joke, man. Hey, guess what? You in for the rude awakening, man. A rude awakening, man. Man. you in for a rude awakening. And to finish it up, this is it says verse 19, it says, "A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor," meaning he ain't gonna have mercy upon you and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he knew your family, probably married into your family and stuff. He don't care. You know what I'm saying? It says, "But shall destroy their houses with the sword." That's talking about with the guns. it says and spoil their goods. It said and spoil their goods means to rob them. It says because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Lack of bread meaning scarcity of food, man. You know, you think it's a joke, it's finna come to you soon. And I hope this video was edifying. I'd like to give all honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahshua Harakakadash. Double honor to apostles who great millstone and salutations to the elect which we hope to be. Shalom. And when I said earlier about how there's a lot of gangbangers within the force and whatnot, they're gonna team up and go to their own sections and whatnot. Hey, guess what? It's a lot of KK members and stuff that's also in these KK related type gangs and whatnot and stuff that's in the force. You know what I'm saying? You know, who know all about you and stuff, who know what you about if you repping this and repping that and stuff and have it in for you. So guess what? It's going to be division amongst the officers as well, man. The division amongst military as well, man. You know, I hope this video was edifying. I'd like to give all honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahshua Harakakadash. Double honors to apostles with great millstone and salutations to the elect which you ought to be. Shalom and a bar.